Police discover a killer's hidden torture forest by Dr. Insanity. Let's watch. Do I need to... I need to make sure there's nothing crazy. Okay, everything's blurred. Alright, let's see.
Oh shit. SO389 dispatch. I've located the body. The scene's about 50 yards on a trail.
This lone cop just discovered a dead body in the middle of the woods.
Oh, what the fuck?
What is that? Sounds like it's heading this way.
5 feet from the knife, up the top of the body, carving the blood of the place.
10-4, signal 7. Please send another unit to my location.
Wait, what is that?
He doesn't know yet is that the lifeless man in front of him has been tortured for hours by the twisted man hiding in this very forest.
Bro, I just think it's so crazy that shit like this actually happens, bro. Like, this is actually something you'd see in, like, a game or, like, a movie, bro. Like, this actually does not sound real.
Whoever did this, that's fresh.
There's a little eyeball right here. There's some creepy shit right here.
Smell this right
An
here.
eyeball? What the hell? Do you smell gas? Oh, he was planning on lighting this shit on fire 100%. I know that. Dude, that'd be the only way he could get rid of the evidence.
Yeah.
Are they gonna torch him?
I'm not sure what it is, but I've got movement east of my location in the woods. There's something moving around back this way.
He carries 3 or 4 knives on him. He thinks he's Rambo.
You're what? I'm just like a god.
What the fuck? Dude, I think it's so crazy that... Or I think it's just so weird that people think that they're like... People put themselves on such a high pedestal that they think they're like God or something, bro. I don't know, I think that's so weird. Like, to think you're like the GOAT. Like, bro, you literally torture people.
It's December 23rd, 2022, and Officer Azure has just received a 911
like
call from a
recent.
distraught man reporting that he's found his best friend's lifeless body in the middle of the Lake Jackson forest. Officer Azure, along with a group of first responders, quickly arrive at the scene.
That's my friend, man.
Okay, y'all stay right there.
Here they encounter Jamie, the 911 caller, and his best friend Robert, both of whom urgently want to show the officer where their dead friend is. Considering the serious circumstances, Officer Azure decides to follow Robert into the forest despite being alone.
389, I'm 10-12 with him. Just give me a minute. I'm 10-12 with 2. I'm heading down to take a look. 361, if you want to come down, and 56 with the EMS in the back. I'm headed down to...
Bro, if I was this cop, I do not like to jump to conclusions, but I would think his self-reporting just seemed like it's not him. But it's obviously not. So that's just what I'd think of in the first, like, 2 minutes, probably.
We're gonna go back that way about 50 yards.
Okay.
50 yards. When I walked over the village,
Yeah.
knife was laying on the ground. There's no blood on it.
Did you touch the knife?
I did pick up the knife.
Okay. Well, we're gonna need to get fingerprints from you, okay?
No problem. I walked by the tarp, and you couldn't see James.
Okay.
And then Alan walked by the tarp and goes, "What's that?" And he picked the tarp up with his sticky gun in his hand, and James was laying there face down, and I dropped the knife and we left.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
All right. Well, we're gonna need to get a very detailed statement from you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Just because...
I understand.
Well, the thing is, I'm not accusing you of anything, but
I
you
know.
have to be ruled out. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
At this point, the officer can't yet confirm Robert's story, but with a dead body reported, he has no choice but to push deeper into the woods. However, alone with a suspicious man he's just met and a killer who could be lurking nearby.
That's exactly what I just said, bro. Like, there's a chance that it's him. He also touched the knife. Like, I don't know, bro. I'd be freaked out.
The officer knows he must proceed.
There's no way this guy can kill somebody, though. This guy looks like he's probably like 60, like 5.
with extreme caution.
You just hang on down right here for me, okay? Let me get up there and take a look. Which one?
Right here, plenty.
Oh shit. Okay.
And then you please put in that back stand, please.
All right.
Oh my god.
Where's the knife?
The knife is on the left-hand side of him.
Okay.
There on the ground. He's got a white belt.
Okay. Just hang out there for me, okay?
What the hell, bro?
Jamie was telling the truth. Wrapped inside the
Damn.
tarp is the body of James Leidendecker. He's lying naked in a pool of his own blood, covered in cuts and scrapes.
Oh my
Realizing the severity of the
God.
situation, Officer Azure immediately instructs Jamie to head back while he investigates further.
Dude, solo? Oh hell no, bro. If I'm a cop, I'm literally keeping my gun in my hand just in case, bro. I'm keeping safety off, bro. If there's a murderer in the woods walking around and I see a body, I'm keeping that shit on my side just in case, bro.
That's when Officer Azure begins to hear some unsettling noises.
That could be an animal, though. Oh, dude. I thought that was, oh my god, I thought that was like an animal, bro. That's a car. Dude, I was like, what the fuck?
I'm not sure if it's a person or I'm not sure what it is, but I've got movement east of my location in the woods. Sounds like it's heading this way.
There's a light over there.
Hey, LT.
Fortunately for Officer Azure, backup arrived just in time, providing some relief from whatever might have been lurking in the forest.
There's nothing for y'all to check. He's cold to the touch. All right, we've got knife
my
right here,
God,
body
bro.
here, tents, whole camp spread up back here. We've also got one outstanding.
What the hell are you talking about?
There's 2 people who live in this camp,
And one's not here?
and one's outstanding at the moment.
Did you find the knife?
Yeah.
I got a knife right here.
There's no blood on it,
Well, there's something right there, but hey, did you still got those 2 guys 10-12 up front?
Yeah, they're standing there waiting for us.
Good, because one that led me back touched the knife, so we need to get his prints and a statement off him. The other one touched the tarp. They found out what was going on and they took off. I checked the camp and he's the only.
Bro, if I ever see something like a knife in the forest, bro, actually, if I ever see a knife outside of my house, I'm not touching it, bro. Just in general.
One back here.
I got the name of the person that he was arguing with at 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so, and I've got what looks like maybe his clothes right over there. So he's naked, and there's some clothes right there on the fire.
As medical staff arrives and examines the body more closely, they observe a brutal manner of death, blunt force trauma to the head, strangulation, and something even more disturbing, gasoline, found in James's lungs and stomach.
Holy
Detectives
shit.
are left with a burning question.
Gasoline? Wait, what? They made him drink what's even the point of drinking gasoline? Of making him drink that? You can't light it on fire. What the fuck?
Why would a victim have gasoline inside him?
Exactly.
However, this would be only one of the many disturbing details officers uncover at the scene.
Dude, I'm still wondering, what is this shit on the tree, bro?
This
What is this?
would be only
I'm still trying to figure that out. I feel like, I don't know, this just looks like there's like stuff like symbols or something. I don't know.
one of the many disturbing details officers
Yeah, like what is that? There's like a box.
uncover at the scene.
Hey, Seth, take a look at this for me. Dude. What is that? Is that just soot weared off on that, or? I mean, it looks awful shiny.
Where he has been stabbed, just from what I can see. But he is butt naked, face down on a tarp with his upper torso covered, so definitely not. And definitely somebody put him here. So I don't know what his face looks like. If he was stabbed in the neck or the face, the blood may be hidden by the tarp. I'm not seeing any obvious blood. Apparently the witness picked up the knife, and the knife has like a rope string around it. Oh, there's blood on the, yeah, the tarp's brown, but there's blood all over the tarp, like blood splatter.
It looks like, I mean, he was moved post-mortem. You can tell by the way he was dressed.
Oh, he's got his fucking leaf in his ass crack.
Yeah.
What the what? Wait.
You can tell by the way he was dressed.
Oh, he's got his fucking leaf in his ass.
What does this have to do with that?
Yeah. That's hollow down below, you see that? Yeah. That's crazy.
Almost looks like they're carving Odin. This and the one.
So it is something.
Right? See that?
Fucking nuts.
Oh shit.
Right there.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. Holy shit, that's so scary. Oh my god, bro. What? A face in the tree? Hell no, bro. Oh, that's so weird.
So yes. Oh, they had to cut that with a chainsaw, right? And it looks like.
You spoke yesterday.
Yeah.
By now, officers were certain they had a murder on their hands. The injuries
Really?
to the body, the
Really? Do you guys think you have a murder on your hands? No, that's far-fetched.
bloody knife, and the presence of gasoline all point to one thing. This wasn't just a killing, but a calculated act where the victim had likely been tortured for hours. With this in mind, officers
Dude,
would
Bro, I just want to say this editing is like really good for a cop video. Usually it's just like raw body cam. This is actually like pretty good editing.
return to question Jamie, the man who had originally called 911, and what Jamie reveals would soon lead investigators directly to the killer. But before we continue, it's worth noting that tragedies like these could affect any of us. Take Yvette Torres. She was walking home from work in Philadelphia when a truck struck her without warning. Morgan & Morgan fought for her in court and won her nearly $12 million. If you're seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions. With over 1,000 attorneys, Morgan & Morgan will fight to give you
Is this a sponsor? Oh, this is a fucking sponsor. Good sponsor, though.
the eyewitnesses, and he would provide them with their biggest lead yet.
So I heard arguing and stuff. So I go through the woods, go to this camp.
So you
I
left.
fall back to the camp because, you know,
Right.
homeless people argue all the time about dumb shit. It's been a while now, and I haven't heard anything from James or anybody over there. So I go over there to me and my friend that's with
The other
Officer
deputy.
now. Go over there, right? So when I walk, get to a certain point, I see a tarp laying
Right.
there beside this tree, which is never there. I
And
flip over
inside
the
is-
tarp is I don't even know if it's James or
All right. Well, we're gonna get it figured out, okay? Do you know James' last name?
Doesn't know if it's James? What?
dude.
Do you know James'
No
last
ma'am,
name?
no ma'am.
No.
I'm talking about the person who did this,
36.
because I know who it is. Dusty McDonald. They live right
Holy
up.
he knows? Bro, this guy knows stuff. This guy knows shit.
Just got the complaint this morning. Man come down there with a hatchet, threatening, chopping shit up. Called it in, sheriff's department. They come over, they talked to him, they told him that they're gonna go over and talk to him to stay away.
And James is the one who called.
No ma'am.
Who
It
called
was
this morning? Rick. Okay. Do you know
Rick
Rick's
is
last
the one
name?
who stays there.
Okay.
No ma'am, but Rick is the one who
Rick.
stays there. James is a friend of everybody's, but
So I
he was
should be
staying
able
up
to
there with
find out by
Dusty.
his name.
According to Jamie, a man named Dusty McDonald had attacked another man, Rick, with a hatchet earlier that day.
the
Police were
fuck?
called but were unable to locate or confront Dusty at the time. While this incident was concerning, it wasn't enough on its own to establish Dusty as a primary suspect. Until nearly every witness interviewed pointed to him as well. Eventually,
Damn.
officers had
Oh,
gathered
shit.
enough statements
Wait, this is Rick. What? I thought Rick died. I'm so confused.
to justify bringing Dusty in for questioning. All they needed now was to find him. As police began searching for Dusty, other officers on scene would sit down with the two 911 callers to piece together a timeline. According to them, the day had started with unsettling signs that something was off.
Okay. We both went down there. We live right here. Okay. We wanted to go check on our family. He's wrapped up in a tarp.
Okay. Sir,
We came back and
I heard
called.
arguing earlier, right?
We know who was down there, sir.
Arguing.
Okay.
So I walked down through the woods. I seen Dusty have James on the ground. He was saying, you shouldn't talk shit about this, that. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
shit. Bro, this is crazy. This is actually like insane. Oh my god, this is actually like unbelievably insane.
I heard, like, oh, they just getting shit up, you know what I mean? But I never hear nothing from over there no more. I'm like,
You know Dusty's real name or?
Dusty McDonald.
Did you say that James called them
Bro's
today?
real name is Dusty. Bro's real name is Dusty McDonald. Actually sounds fake.
Said, hey,
Nope, Rick.
oh, Rick called.
Rick.
And said,
James was there.
when Dusty went over there and
Oh,
cut his
so Rick isn't dead. James is dead. Oh, okay, okay.
back with
Cut him up,
machete.
threatened with a machete,
Yep.
cut his tin up,
Yep.
all kind of shit.
They called the police. I was there
Yep,
for that. I
called
was
the
there for
police,
that.
made a report, and the police just said, stay away from him. There's a tarp laying beside a tree that's never there, because I live here, and I took the stick and went. When I flipped it up, I seen legs.
Based on these witness accounts, officers now have a fairly detailed picture of what likely unfolded just hours earlier. They also have a lead suspect, Dusty McDonald, a name one of the officers
Yeah,
happened
bro,
to
this guy looks like he'd torture some people, bro. Bro's name is Dusty, and he looks like this. He looks like the type of guy to be named Dusty.
be familiar with.
I think they already brought up his name, but Dustin McCormick.
Yeah, Dusty.
Dusty,
Yeah, that's wicked.
supposedly general in some militia, come down there this morning with a machete and started hacking up some of the tents because so he wanted to clear the area. Said he's a Signal 20 and off his meds.
They said Dusty. They said Dusty's the one that's outstanding. Yeah, they said this guy Dusty left from over here like later in the evening.
By now, it was clear Dusty had likely been involved in the murder, and with Jamie and Robert's statements in hand, police began piecing together the sequence of events leading up to the brutal killing. Earlier that day, Rick, another man who lived at the camps, had called 911 claiming a Dusty McDonald had slashed his tent with a machete while searching for a man named James, even threatening him in the process. Later that afternoon, Dusty managed to find James, and witnesses reported hearing arguing from the camp. When they checked to see what was going on, they saw Dusty on top of James, wrestling and yelling. It didn't appear to be anything more than a heated argument, so they returned to their camp.
Bro,
However,
what?
hours would pass, and nobody had heard from James. Robert and Jamie began to worry and decided to go looking for him, and that's when they found a blue tarp covering James's lifeless body. Nearly all witness accounts lined up perfectly with this timeline of events, making the next step for officers clear: arrest Dusty and bring him in for interrogation. Fortunately, since officers had begun the work of locating him earlier that day, they already had Dusty's address. Soon after, they surrounded the
Bro, he got the dog. Yeah, it's Raps, bro. The dog's... Bro, the dog, he's actually done if he tries anything, bro.
house, ready to move
If Dusty tries anything, not the dog.
in.
I don't know if that's him, but there's somebody.
Sheriff Office, put a knife down, man. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out.
I don't have anything in my
Okay,
hands.
come on.
Please, I don't
Come
have
on.
anything in my hands.
Come on out.
I'm right here, sir.
Come on out.
Dude, I'm right here.
Dusty.
Okay. Dude, yeah.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Dude, man just trying to light me on fire, dude. Y'all know what happened down there.
He literally just fucking admitted it, bro. Oh my god. Are we dead ass? With the unlit cig in his mouth. Wow.
That man tried to light me on fire, man. It's all on surveillance, dude.
Listen, Dusty, you try to do things stupid. The dog's gonna bite you, you understand?
I'm not even armed, dude. Look at there. I'm not armed at all.
Oh
Sir, man just left my house and man tried to murder me down there and light me on fire.
Dusty's behavior would be bizarre from the start.
He immediately fucking confessed. He just said he tried to light me on fire. He just confessed instantly.
Insisting that James tried to set him on fire and that the officers, quote, already know what happened down there. Whether he's trying to claim self-defense or is just completely unhinged is anyone's guess.
Sorry, walk this with me. Yeah, dude, sir, you know what happened down there.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Dude, the man tried to light me on fire as I came.
Okay, listen.
Okay,
We've got one side.
Okay.
That's why you need to come with us. Okay?
I'm coming.
I know you are.
With the supposed killer in custody, officers concluded the disturbing on-scene investigation and began preparing for interrogation. If Dusty was their killer, given what had been done to the victim's body, it pointed to someone deeply disturbed. That suspicion would soon be confirmed. By now, Dusty had already raised serious concerns. He had slashed Rick's tent and threatened him. On top of that, multiple witnesses had just reported seeing him argue with James hours before the murder. However, despite how clear things seemed, there was one major complication. Dusty was claiming self-defense. He alleged that James had...
That's so stupid, bro. They definitely knew you did it because they can tell that you tortured him. The best thing to do is to plead, like, insanity. Like, just act fucking insane if you want to do that, because only an insane person or a murderer would do that. Or both, you know?
Thrown gasoline on him and threatened to set him on fire. This wasn't a claim detectives could easily dismiss, especially given the distinct smell of gasoline at the scene, meaning there was a possibility he could get away with his crime. Even though it's clear who's behind the murder at this point, Dusty...
He got some big-ass fingers.
His story now carries a shred of credibility. Detectives have one goal: to break that story, either by disproving his self-defense claim using witness statements, or, ideally, by getting a confession. Either way, the investigation is about to get a lot more complicated. To move forward, detectives start by bringing in people from the encampment who knew Dusty well and interacted with him regularly. If Dusty had a pattern of violent behavior, these individuals were the most likely to have seen it firsthand.
My goal here is to kind of get, from your perspective, kind of what you saw, what you heard.
He ain't really been fucking with me at all. I ain't never had no cross words. He's always insistent, oh, come up there and do your laundry and all that shit, you know. Come up there and get a shower, that's what it was. Come and get a shower, come get a shower all the time. So I fucked up and got a shower and get him $2 afterward, you know, just a gesture.
Rick explains that Dusty often offered showers and laundry to homeless individuals in the area, sometimes charging a small fee. This catches the attention of detectives. These seemingly generous acts may be a part of a larger pattern of manipulation.
That's what I'm thinking, like, it's a manipulation tactic.
A way for Dusty to assert control over the homeless community. It's a detail that could support their efforts to build a strong...
That's why he thinks he's God. Holy shit. Because he's supporting them, so he's trying to get control over... Oh my god, bro.
...case against him.
I tried my best to get along with him. You know, he had a shower that we all used, you know, sometimes try to keep him good with him for those reasons and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I get that.
Never, my wildest dreams that I think he was capable of murdering, that's honest truth. I was just over there basically using his necessities like we all were. We got a chance to, you know, shower, usually offered it. That's his way of making friends with us, I think. I had stayed with him before and he kicked me out. I thought I was in a light, so I was taking pictures of him and stuff like that with my phone. I didn't even have a phone, man. Like, I saw you taking pictures of me with your phone. I said, I don't even have a phone. He said, you gotta go. So I left. That's that.
Dusty lives in a house near the homeless camps, a property owned by his grandfather. At first, much like Rick, Busby describes Dusty as someone who seems generous, allowing members of the homeless camp to use his home for basic amenities. As investigators continue interviewing members of the homeless community, a more troubling picture of Dusty begins to emerge. He has a history of strange and violent behavior marked by paranoia and delusions. However, officers face a challenge. The interviews so far have been often too vague, highlighting patterns of behavior but lacking concrete details to build a solid case. This leads detectives back to Jamie, the original 911 caller and the person with the clearest recollection of events so far, and he's able to offer meaningful insight into who Dusty really is.
Mr. Allen, my role here in all this, it's just kind of to get from your perspective, your side of things, what you saw, what you observed.
Man came to my camp last night. I used to stay up there with him. He's a violent person.
Okay.
His papa always wanted to let me stay there because he's the one that owns the property. The reason I don't stay there is because you don't do what he says, and he gets all angry and threatens you, and he just crazy shit. I said, well,
What does he usually carry?
he ain't got a stick this time. But he's either got a stick, a machete, or a knife. He's
Dude just carries around weapons? Are we
he
serious?
carries like 3 or 4 knives on him. Machete,
fuck?
sticks. He's like, he thinks he's Rambo.
While Dusty had a reputation as a bully who routinely harassed the homeless community, no one expected his behavior to escalate to cold-blooded murder. His so-called generosity, offering his home for showers and laundry, masked a deeper need for control and manipulation. The same people he claimed to help were also the ones he intimidated and threatened, revealing a warped sense of power and superiority. In the end, this contradiction may have set the stage for the gruesome murder. When Dusty was brought in for questioning, his demeanor was strangely calm. At this point, he seems to believe that he is seen as a victim of an attack by this homeless man. He didn't seem like he was in his right mind at all. Detectives were hoping to learn about Dusty's side of the story, but instead were met with, well, a lot of nonsense.
You know I'm an owl, right? You're what? You know I'm an owl, right?
Now he's doing the insanity thing, but it's too late for that because he already tried to do self-defense. Bro, oh my god, this kid's actually, or this old-ass man is actually so dumb. You can't just switch your whole thing, bro. You have to stick to it.
Okay. You know what that means, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, thank you. Golly. Thank you. This
I'm
has been
gonna do that.
this has been a really hard day. Sir, I waved all right there a long time ago. You know, I still have a great sense of innocence within me if it ain't obvious to you this time.
Throughout his interrogation, Dusty's responses are filled with incoherent delusions and deflections. In Dusty's mind, he's, quote, an owl, constantly watched, monitored, and under surveillance. It's clear that without his medication, his schizophrenia is spiraling out of control.
Bro, he's schizophrenic. Oh. So he can actually plead insanity.
I'm handling it remarkably well. If Jesus, man, that was some crazy shit, man. And to still be able to get us some usable intel, you know, you'll get why staying at that place is so dangerous for me. I know a lot of trust is getting to me or like that, but man, thank you for saying you'll be able to talk about this.
Dusty seems to believe he's outsmarted the cops, thinking he's there to provide valuable intel as the victim. But he will soon find out that he's actually a suspect in the cold-blooded murder of an innocent man.
I haven't shed a tear all day, you know, I've been going hard, you know.
What the fuck does that even mean, bro? What?
Exhausted. How long have you been doing it? What, this kind of work? Not very long. That was my first. I think everybody knows that. From the get-go. You know, thank you for this deep psychological support. It's helping a lot. Good.
Listening closely to Dusty's words...
What is he saying, though? I just can't understand what he's saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
It seems as if he's openly admitting to the murder. Although his statement is scattered and unclear, it gives detectives the impression that he's acknowledging responsibility without fully grasping the seriousness of his actions. But Dusty's bizarre admissions wouldn't stop there, as he continues rambling incoherently.
I was brushing and then he throws that gasoline on me because you saw how I was rolled up and down there. Dude, I thought I was just doing it for the other. You know what I mean? Because that was my intention. Everybody knows that. I didn't manage to hit that Neo UI and come out like that. I don't know how I do it sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm just experimenting in the house with blades, like before back when I took the butcher knife and threw it and curved on it. Like that. I mean, shit, I don't know how.
What is he talking about? When I threw the knife and it curved and hit him? What does this mean, bro? I'm actually so confused. Dude, this is so weird, bro.
I just know with my beautiful mind that I'm just, it's a three-way. Yeah. You know, it's the photographic, the audiogenic intake, and then the living intake. Yeah. You know, I if y'all don't ever think I'm so amazed that I'm just like, God. Man, I never thought it would
Bro, this is actually so weird and creepy, bro.
be something like that. But my God, what that thing was.
While Dusty's ramblings could be interpreted as an admission that James was his first murder, the statement is buried in a mix of delusions about retinol.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's definitely admitting to it, but he's making it so like vague and like confusing that it's like you can barely tell that he's admitting.
His photographic memory, and other incoherent claims. The detective picks up on this and pushes further, trying to separate fact from fiction in Dusty's fractured account.
For me to verify everything that I can see elsewhere, I'm trying to. I know you're not mad at me. That's just I don't want you to think I'm asking questions.
Many others, like I think my personality is I can't talk to people.
I can, but I don't want you to think I'm being an expert.
I am very relieved that we were having this conversation.
Dusty claims he's not mad and that people don't understand how he communicates. This shows he might have a twisted view of himself, possibly because of paranoia, delusions.
Bro, that's what I said. Like, he thinks he's God, and he thinks he's better than everybody. Dude, this is just like, bro, it's weird to think people like this actually exist.
Or mental illness. What's strange is how calm and relieved Dusty seems. Most guilty people would be nervous or scared during an interrogation, but Dusty is different. He seems to still believe he's the victim and doesn't grasp the seriousness of his actions. Instead of taking responsibility, he thinks people just don't understand him. This becomes even clearer when Dusty asks one final question to the detective.
Will I be able to go home?
I'm going to figure that out.
Yeah, because am I going to jail or we're going down to dance?
We're going to have to figure that kind of out because you know how this thing kind of goes from here.
I guess.
I'm going to come talk to you about it. Just okay?
After this bizarre exchange, the detective had heard enough to know it was time to wrap up the interrogation. Dusty's lack of remorse and distorted grip on reality made it clear they were dealing with someone who didn't fully understand the weight of his actions. According to the pathology report, the victim, James Leidendecker, was subjected to horrific torture before his death. His body showed severe blunt force trauma, including cuts, bruises, and fractures to his face, nose, ears, and mouth. His eyes had severe bleeding, and many of his teeth were broken. The injuries also extended to his neck, with heavy bleeding in the muscles and a broken hyoid bone, suggesting he had been
broken hyoid. Damn, bro. Dude, that sucks. Oh, I know, dude. I've hurt, like, I hit my, I think it's right here. It's like by your throat. I hit it on the desk once, and bro, it hurt so much, bro. It actually felt like so painful.
His torso displayed several broken ribs, and internal bleeding was found in his chest and abdomen. One of the most disturbing details from the report was that James had been exposed to gasoline. His skin had begun to slough off in areas, and a strong smell of gasoline was found on his arms.
What's sloughing? Sloughing. What does sloughing mean?
As a verb, slough means shed or remove a layer of dead skin.
Oh.
Do you want to hear?
Oh, so it's like the skin started falling off. Ew.
thighs and hands. Gasoline was also detected in his lungs and stomach,
In his
indicating he had
lungs?
inhaled
Oh no. Oh my god, bro. What the hell?
and swallowed it before he died. This made the murder even more gruesome. Dusty was processed for forensic evidence and transported to the Leon County Detention Facility. The witness
Dude, Dusty probably like poured gasoline down his in his mouth, and oh, that's so bad, bro.
statements, his vague confession, and the forensic evidence from the scene were enough to formally charge him. Dusty McDonald was charged with 1 count of first-degree murder, and as of this video's upload, his case remains ongoing.
What? Just 1 count, bro? He should get... Actually, well, he didn't do anything else, though. Imagine being that couple alone in the woods knowing the dead guy killer lurks. That's exactly what I'm saying. Bro, that house was literally right behind him. Has balls of... Dude, exactly, bro. He's actually, like... The level of note following a stranger into the forest and seeing a dead body. Yeah, facts. The narrator says Jamie first witness is about to give the biggest clue yet. And then Jamie is like, here's the killer's first and last name, where he lives, and then... Yeah, facts. Props to the old gentleman telling the police everything. Bro, yeah, I don't know how he was so calm, bro. I would be fucking terrified. I'd be like, what the hell? As far as he was here, 100% situation played out differently. I would have rather the cop respond. I can never do what these cops do. Going out into the middle of the woods, the middle of the forest, in the middle of the night, going through dangerous. Yeah. Hey, W video. Hey. To YouTube, thank you for watching. And that's about it. See ya.